now a message from our beloved Jennifer. No, this is not a pharmaceutical commercial sponsored by who knows.
You don't have any side effects.
I don't. No side effects. The effects of joy and happiness, harmony and love. Yay! And we're shining. So I have been using Dare to Believe by May Rowland. And this month's topic I called The Seekers of the Light Are One. And it was one of her chapters. This week, The Flame of Faith. We talk about faith and how important that is for us to continue with our spiritual practice. Stay positive. Charles Fillmore in The Revealing Word talks about faith thinking. The most important power of man is the original faith thinking faculty. All of us have the thinking faculty located in the head, from which we send forth good, bad, and indifferent thoughts. If we are educated and molded after the average pattern of the human family, we may live a lifetime and never have an original thought. The thinking faculty is supplied with the second-hand ideas of our ancestors, the dominant beliefs of the human race, or the threadbare stock of the ordinary social swim. This is not faith thinking. Faith thinking is done only by one who has caught sight of the truth of being and who feeds his thinking faculty on images generated in the faith center. Faith thinking is not merely an intellectual process based on reasoning. Faith thinkers do not compare, analyze, or draw conclusions from known premises. They do not take appearances into consideration. And they are not biased by precedent. Their thinking gives form, without cavil or question, to ideas that come straight from the eternal fount of wisdom. Their perception impinges on the spiritual, and they know. I like that very much. It reminds us that all is good no matter how it appears. From the Flame of Faith, May Rowland writes about have you ever listened to your own affirmations or prayers, or do you repetitiously go over your affirmations and prayers without listening to them? Many times it's hard for us to attune ourselves to prayer affirmations we are making. We read in the Romans, "The word is nigh thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart." That is, the word of faith which we preach. We do then preach faith. When we speak words of prayer, they're supposed to be the truth about us as children of God. For instance, use a simple word of prayer like this: I work without weariness, for I love God and serve his highest purpose in my life. How many wonderful, faithful souls have said such a prayer time and time again, perhaps in different words, but with a consecrated spirit, and have found that they could do twice as much work as before. This was because their inner listening ear was open and receptive to what they said in their words of prayer. I work without weariness, for I love God and serve his highest purpose in my life. Back of the increase of faith is practice of the art of prayer every day. I like what she talks about. When you're praying to yourself. And that's one of the reasons we call it affirmative prayer. We're not asking for something, we're acknowledging something and knowing something is true in our life. Excuse me. As we want it to show up, as we want it to demonstrate. No matter the appearance, we have faith and know that it's going to unfold the highest and best for ourselves and others. If everything went along swimmingly and beautifully and you didn't have a single pothole in the road, that would get boring really fast, in my opinion. And granted, I don't want to go through a bumpy road all the time. I like the paved roads. I don't like running. One of the things I never cared much about running, period, but I watch these people who run on the beach. That's hard. That's hard. You put your foot down and it goes out behind you, and you got to put more effort into making the next step. I would much rather run on a sidewalk or asphalt or something like that. When I put my foot down, that's where it is, and that's comfortable. But I don't build up any muscle. I don't have any challenge on that. And my lazy way prohibits me from taking that extra challenge of running on the sand. How can we improve our faith, strengthen our faith, improve our ability to look for the light if things are shining all the time? I personally believe I have been complacent for many years with regard to my government of this country I live in, and took it for granted. Everything's going to run along swimmingly and fine, and I don't need to pay attention to it. And now I know different. I need to pay attention for myself, to educate myself, to thank those people who are working for me, who I vote them in, I do my little, and then I let them go. And I don't tell them thank you. I don't check in with them and see how they're doing. I don't let them know how I'm doing. And that's on me. So part of what is happening right now for me is that it is a wake-up call for me to pay attention. Things have been seemingly smooth, but it's because I'm not paying attention. And so now it's really rough. It's like you're going down in this, you're driving down a road, it's pavement, and then around here, I'm sure you all have experienced, all of a sudden the pavement ends and you're on rocks. And maybe it hasn't been graded in a while. So we have ruts in the road, and we have big boulders in the road, and we have to go around them, otherwise our car's going to really not be happy, and it might break the oil pan or something like that, and we'll be stuck out there. That reminds me to pay attention, because when the road is too smooth, my mind wanders, and I'm driving along, and then all of a sudden there's a bumpy road, or you go over a cattle guard, and then I got to pay attention. When we are in our prayerful practice and our faith, it helps us get through the rough part of the road and know That it's not going to be like this. At some point, I'm going to get pavement again, and I'm going to be able to continue on when it's smooth. My faith is going to get me through that rough patch of road. My understanding, my prayers to myself. I didn't have a vision for a rough road with a bunch of ruts in it. I had a vision for a lovely, smooth, asphalted road with the clear painting lines on it so I know exactly which way to go. And I don't have to pay attention. I can just wander. My self-driving car at some point will just take me where I need to go. That's being lazy. I'm being lazy. I need to be present when I'm doing things in my life because I'm responsible for the outcome. That is heavy. I'm responsible for the outcome of my life. But I haven't been set out here without a paddle, without a life vest. I have a power deep within me. We all have a power deep within us that we can use for good, for beauty, for love. And as we add that emotion of love into what we want to see come forth in our life experience, it's better for ourselves and everyone. And it has even more power. I think I told you all one time I went on an adventure with a friend of mine and we took an off-road. It was terrible. And the whole thing was rutted. We couldn't go more than like 20 miles an hour. We were in a canyon somewhere in Utah. It was starting to get dark. The only good thing was we had a full tank of gas. I didn't think we were going to find the way out. This shortcut was not a shortcut. My friend September and I were not having a good time. We were, for a while we talked, and then after a while, as it got darker, we stopped talking, and we were just looking for the paved road. We were looking for the paved road. And when we started on this adventure, we did not set our vision out for the best experience. We set the vision out for a shortcut. Let's have a shortcut. So it was uncertain times. And at that time, I didn't have a strong spiritual life, so I didn't have a lot of faith that we were not going to get eaten by coyotes and our car was going to be there and somebody was going to find it years later going, why were they out here in that car? When we hit that pavement and we found a real road, we were so grateful. We were so grateful. And we laugh about it now. But shortcuts aren't all they're cut out to be. That's what I'm saying. And I encourage you, if your faith seems to be weakening a little bit, some of the things happening in your life seem to be a rocky road, do your prayer, do your meditation, praying to yourself. Recognizing your own strength, your own power, that faculty of divine love, and that faculty of your innate wisdom and understanding. As we settle into that, we absorb that, we remember who we are as divine children of God. This unsettling life experience, we have the power to change. what is ours to do. It's different for each and every one of us. I think, and this is my personal opinion, part of what Doug's it to do is to create beautiful music. And when I listen to it, it brings me peace, it brings me joy, it lifts me up. That might not be his intention, but thank you anyway. And all of us, as we bring our power forward for our life experience from a place of good and love and light, it's going to serve everyone because that's where it's coming from. When we're in service of love and light, it's good for everyone. And as we see more of that lovely service and those wonderful stories about good news in the UK and in Europe and other places with the animals, with feeding other people, with rescuing dogs. These are examples to remind us service is good for everyone when it's coming from a place of love and understanding. And so I encourage us as we move forward to remember that flame of faith. And if you see someone else's faith dimming a little bit, remind them who they are as divine children of God. Add them to the prayer list. And we rally around them and lift them up, and our light shines brighter. Thank you. And now for our meditation. Who's our special music today? Is it you or Jeff? You're both very special. All right. So I encourage you. Take a moment now. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Another deep breath in. And let it out. Your feet are on the floor. You're comfortable in the chair. Relax. Feel that loving divine energy flowing in and out. That wonderful energy of love and power in every atom of your body. Imagine all those little atoms with happy faces, little happy face emojis. Happiness and love. Relax your shoulders, your arms, any place in your body that feels tense or is in discomfort. Breathe into that with love and healing. Comfort and peace. It's a beautiful world. In the quiet of this sacred moment, bring your awareness to the center of your being. There, in the silence of your soul, is a holy flame. A flame that never goes out. It is the flame of faith. The flame may flicker in moments of doubt. It may seem dim in the storms of life. However, it is never extinguished. It is eternal. It is the divine light of spirit within you. The flame of faith. Breathe into that light now and see it growing brighter. Feel its warmth. This is the light that illumines your path, even when you cannot see the way. This is the flame that reminds you, all is well, God is here. Let your heart rest in the knowing. In every challenge, in every question, in every shadow. Faith is the light that cannot be overcome. Faith is the light that cannot be overcome. We do not have to force this flame to grow. We simply allow, we trust, and we remember. Faith is not something we must find or earn. It is already within us, a gift of spirit. The flame of faith is alive in me. I trust the Spirit within to guide me, to strengthen me, to see me through. I walk by faith and not by sight. Let that light fill your being now. radiating through your mind, your heart, your body. Lifting your spirit, grounding your soul. Now we bring our awareness back into this space. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Feeling that stronger, brighter flame of faith within us as we move forward to next week, next month, next year. Grow stronger and stronger, fueled by love, light, understanding. The flame of faith. When you're ready, open your eyes. And our special music this morning, our music director, Doug Adamz.
God blessed us with wisdom. God blessed us with love. Taught us how to harmonize with music from above. He taught us how to step in time in this dance below. Shine the light upon our path everywhere we go. Blessed us with compassion. God blessed us with grace. Taught us to be kind at home and every other place. Courage to get through this day and also through the night. Blessed us with a love of peace and strength to know what's right. I can't turn the tide, but the tide will turn and turn and turn. I can help mend bridges, that have burned. And I call on all the blessed teachings that I've ever learned. And I can't turn the tide, but the tide will turn. And as we walk along this path, moving through our days, grateful for the blessings that we found along our way. Each breath I take, each new day break, each friend I've ever known. Every time the rain comes down and then a rainbow shone. God blessed us with wisdom. God blessed us with love. Taught us how to harmonize with music from above. Taught us how to step in time in this path below. Shine the light upon our path everywhere we go. Oh, everywhere we go. Sing it with me. Everywhere we go. Yes, everywhere we go. Sing it louder now. Everywhere we go. Everywhere, everywhere we shine the light. Everywhere we go. Everywhere, shine the light. Oh, everywhere.